Om. Welcome you all, respected friends. Salutations, gratitudes, greetings, hearty wishes and prayers. Special wishes and prayers for the most divine auspicious occasion today, Shri Maha Shivaratri. Bhagwan Shiva's Anugraha be there on all of us on this our spiritual path of self-realization. 7 things we do every day of Veda Parayanam, Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharanam, common sense thought, Mangala Charana Shloka, Guru Parampara Shloka, Sankalpa, Upanishad Parayanam, Upanishad Adhyanam, Shwethashwathara Upanishad is guiding us to get fully convinced about Mukti through the Atma Jnana and no other way. May our small little intellects get expanded. May our gross intellects become subtler. May our narrow intellects become broad to understand and accept this experiential fact put in front of us by the rishis. And may we be fully convinced and pursue that and that and that alone to the exclusion of everything. If we miss now, we miss it all the time. If we can catch it now, on this most auspicious Shivaratri day, nothing like that. May Parabrahma Ishvara Jaganmata Devatagana, Gurugana Shastragana Kripa and the Sahayoga of the world around us be there in making ourselves such a wonderful personality at the Upadhi level that simultaneously we are able to pursue our own redemption and are able to serve the world as the instrument of the Lord. Welcome, friends. Today, in our Vedic chanting, from today for maybe 7 or 8 days, because it is Mahashivaratri day, we will do the learning of Rudra Parayana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 more suktams to be chanted. Yesterday we have done with that Ratri Suktam and all. So we have Nakshatra Suktam, we have Bhagya Suktam, Hiranyagarbha Suktam, etc. Them we will do. But today being auspicious Shivaratri day, and we have to learn the Rudram also. We have chanted it earlier, but not this way of chant and repeat. So let us do once Rudram also. Today we will do Laghunyasam and first Anuvakam. That will be sufficient. Then from tomorrow daily 3 Anuvakas if we can do. Maybe in 4 days Rudram Namakam will be done. Then equally maybe in 4 days the Chamaka Prashna will be done. So while doing this chanting, feel that Bhagavan Shiva is in front of us in the Linga Rupa and doing Abhisheka to him and doing Upasana to him, and he is kind to bless us. With that feeling, let us involve in this learning of chanting of Rudram. We start with Lagunyasa. Om अथ वेदपारायणम् श्रीरुद्रप्रश्नः लघुन्यासः ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ अथात्मानगुं शिवात्मानगुम् ॐ अथात्मानगुं शिवात्मानगुं श्रीरुद्ररूपं ध्यायेत् श्रीरुद्ररूपं ध्यायेत् शुद्धस्फटिकसङ्काशं शुद्धस्फटिकसङ्काशं त्रिनेत्रं पञ्चवक्त्रकं त्रिनेत्रं पञ्चवक्त्रकं गङ्गाधरं दशभुजं गङ्गाधरं दशभुजं सर्वाभरणभूषितं सर्वाभरणभूषितं नीलग्रीवं शशाङ्काङ्कं नीलग्रीवं शशाङ्काङ्कं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं व्याघ्रचर्मोत्तरीयं च व्याघ्रचर्मोत्तरीयं च वरेण्यमभयप्रदं वरेण्यमभयप्रदं कमण्डलवक्षसूत्राणां कमण्डलवक्षसूत्राणां धारिणं शूलपाणिनं धारिणं शूलपाणिनं ज्वलन्तं पिङ्गलजटा ज्वलन्तं पिङ्गलजटा शिखामुद्योतधारिणं शिखामुद्योतधारिणं वृषस्कन्धसमारूढं वृषस्कन्धसमारूढम् उमादेहार्धधारिणम् उमादेहार्धधारिणम् अमृतेनाप्लुतं शान्तम् अमृतेनाप्लुतं शान्तं दिव्यभोगसमन्वितं दिव्यभोगसमन्वितं दिग्देवतासमायुक्तं दिग्देवतासमायुक्तं सुरासुरनमस्कृतं सुरासुरनमस्कृतं नित्यं च शाश्वतं शुद्धं नित्यं च शाश्वतं शुद्धं ध्रुवमक्षरमव्ययं ध्रुवमक्षरमव्ययं सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं रुद्रं वै विश्वरूपिणं रुद्रं वै विश्वरूपिणम् एवं ध्यात्वा द्विजः सम्यक् एवं ध्यात्वा द्विजः सम्यक् ततो यजनमारभेत ततो यजनमारभेत अथातो रुद्रस्नानार्चनाभिषेकविधिं व्याख्यास्यामः अथातो रुद्रस्नानार्चनाभिषेकविधिं व्याख्यास्यामः आदित एव तीर्थे स्नात्वा आदित एव तीर्थे स्नात्वा उदेत्य शुचिः प्रयतो उदेत्य शुचिः प्रयतो ब्रह्मचारी शुक्लवासा ब्रह्मचारी शुक्लवासा देवाभिमुखः स्थित्वा देवाभिमुखः स्थित्वा आत्मनि देवताः स्थापयेत् आत्मनि देवताः स्थापयेत् प्रजनने ब्रह्मा तिष्ठतु प्रजनने ब्रह्मा तिष्ठतु पादयोर्विष्णुस्तिष्ठतु पादयोर्विष्णुस्तिष्ठतु हस्तयोर्हरस्तिष्ठतु हस्तयोर्हरस्तिष्ठतु बाह्वोरिन्द्रस्तिष्ठतु बाह्वोरिन्द्रस्तिष्ठतु जठरे अग्निस्तिष्ठतु जठरे अग्निस्तिष्ठतु हृदये शिवस्तिष्ठतु हृदये शिवस्तिष्ठतु कण्ठे वसवस्तिष्ठन्तु कण्ठे वसवस्तिष्ठन्तु वक्त्रे सरस्वती तिष्ठतु वक्त्रे सरस्वती तिष्ठतु नासिकयोर्वायुस्तिष्ठतु नासिकयोर्वायुस्तिष्ठतु नयनयोश्चन्द्रादित्यौ तिष्ठेताम् नयनयोश्चन्द्रादित्यौ तिष्ठेताम् कर्णयोरश्विनौ तिष्ठेताम् कर्णयोरश्विनौ तिष्ठेताम् ललाटे रुद्रास्तिष्ठन्तु ललाटे रुद्रास्तिष्ठन्तु मूर्ध्न्यादित्यास्तिष्ठन्तु मूर्ध्न्यादित्यास्तिष्ठन्तु शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतु शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतु शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतु शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतु पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतु पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतु पुरतः शूली तिष्ठतु पुरतः शूली तिष्ठतु पार्श्वयोः शिवाशङ्करौ तिष्ठेताम् पार्श्वयोः शिवाशङ्करौ तिष्ठेताम् सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतु सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतु ततो बहिः सर्वतोऽग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतु ततो बहिः सर्वतोऽग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतु सर्वेष्वङ्गेषु सर्वा देवता सर्वेष्वङ्गेषु सर्वा देवता यथास्थानं तिष्ठन्तु यथास्थानं तिष्ठन्तु मां रक्षन्तु मां रक्षन्तु। अग्निर्मे वाचि श्रितः अग्निर्मे वाचि श्रितः वाग्धृदये वाग्धृदये हृदयं मयि हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि वायुर्मे प्राणे श्रितः वायुर्मे प्राणे श्रितः प्राणो हृदये हृदयं मयि हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि सूर्यो मे चक्षुषि श्रितः सूर्यो मे चक्षुषि श्रितः चक्षुर्हृदये चक्षुर्हृदये हृदयं मयि हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि चन्द्रमा मे मनसि श्रितः चन्द्रमा मे मनसि श्रितः मनोहृदये मनोहृदये हृदयं मयि हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि दिशो मे श्रोत्रे श्रिताः दिशो मे श्रोत्रे श्रिताः श्रोत्रगं हृदये श्रोत्रगं हृदये हृदयं मयि हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आपो मे रेतसि श्रिताः आपो मे रेतसि श्रिताः रेतो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पृथिवी मे शरीरे श्रिताः पृथिवी मे शरीरे श्रिताः शरीरगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ओषधिवनस्पतयो मे लोमसुश्रिताः ओषधिवनस्पतयो मे लोमसुश्रिताः लोमानि हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि इन्द्रो मे बले श्रितः इन्द्रो मे बले श्रितः बलगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पर्जन्यो मे मूर्ध्नि श्रितः पर्जन्यो मे मूर्ध्नि श्रितः मूर्धा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ईशानो मे मन्यौ श्रितः ईशानो मे मन्यौ श्रितः मन्युर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आत्मा म आत्मनि श्रितः आत्मा म आत्मनि श्रितः आत्मा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पुनर्म आत्मा पुनरायुरागात् पुनर्म आत्मा पुनरायुरागात् पुनः प्राणः पुनराकूतमागात् पुनः प्राणः पुनराकूतमागात् वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्वावृधानः वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्वावृधानः अन्तस्तिष्ठत्वमृतस्य गोपाः अन्तस्तिष्ठत्वमृतस्य गोपाः अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्याय प्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्याय प्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अघोर ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः सङ्कर्षणमूर्तिस्वरूपो योऽसावादित्यः परमपुरुषः स एष रुद्रो देवता परमपुरुषः स एष रुद्रो देवता नमः शिवायेति बीजं नमः शिवायेति बीजं शिवतरायेति शक्तिः शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकं महादेवायेति कीलकं श्री सांब सदा शिव प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः श्री सांब सदा शिव प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः ओम अग्निहोत्रात्मने अंगुष्ठाभ्यां नमः ओम अग्निहोत्रात्मने अंगुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वक्रत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः सर्वक्रत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै षट् चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै षट् निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचायुहुं निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचायुहुं ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय षट् ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय षट् सर्वक्रत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट् सर्वक्रत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट् भूर्भुवस्वरोमिति दिग्बन्धः भूर्भुवस्वरोमिति दिग्बन्धः ध्यानं ध्यानम् आपातालनभस्तलान्तभुवन आपातालनभस्तलान्तभुवन ब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरत् ब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिङ्गमौलिविलसत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिङ्गमौलिविलसत् पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः अस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशम् अस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशम् रुद्रानुवाकान् जपन् रुद्रानुवाकान् जपन् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदम् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदम् विप्रोभिषिञ्चेच्छिवम् विप्रोभिषिञ्चेच्छिवम् ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहाभसितहिमरुचा ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहाभसितहिमरुचा भासमाना भुजङ्गैः भासमाना भुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाः कपर्दाकलितशशिकलाः कण्ठे कालाः कपर्दाकलितशशिकलाः चण्डकोदण्डहस्ताः चण्डकोदण्डहस्ताः त्र्यक्षा रुद्राक्षमालाः त्र्यक्षा रुद्राक्षमालाः प्रकटितविभवाः शाम्भवा मूर्तिभेदाः प्रकटितविभवाः शाम्भवा मूर्तिभेदाः रुद्राः श्रीरुद्रसूक्तप्रकटितविभवा रुद्राः श्रीरुद्रसूक्तप्रकटितविभवा नः प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यं नः प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ महागणपतये नमः ॐ महागणपतये नमः शान्तिपाठः शान्तिपाठः ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रञ्च मे श्रेयश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रञ्च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सोश्च मे प्रसोश्च मे सीरं च मे लयश्च मे सोश्च मे प्रसोश्च मे सीरं च मे लयश्च मे ऋतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयच्च मे ऋतं च मे अमृतं च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीयसंहिता चतुर्थवैश्वदेवं प्रथम पञ्चमकाण्डं पञ्चमः प्रपाठकः श्रीरुद्रप्रश्नः श्रीरुद्रप्रश्नः नमकप्रश्नः नमकप्रश्नः ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतो तैषवे नमः ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतो तैषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः या तैषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः या तैषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवाशरव्या या तव तया नो रुद्रमृडय शिवाशरव्या या तव तया नो रुद्रमृडय या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताविचाकशीः तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ताविचाकशीः यामिषं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे यामिषं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गंसीः पुरुषं जगत् शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गंसीः पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसे शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसे यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मकं सुमना असत् यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मकं सुमना असत् अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक् अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक् अहीगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः अहीगश्च सर्वान् जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागं रुद्रा अवितो दिक्षु श्रिताः ये चेमागं रुद्रा अवितो दिक्षु श्रिताः सहस्रशो वैशाखं हेड ईमहे सहस्रशो वैशाखं हेड ईमहे असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि स दृष्टो मृडयाति नः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि स दृष्टो मृडयाति नः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीडुषे नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्चदन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्त्नियोर्ज्यां प्रमुञ्चदन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्त्नियोर्ज्यां याश्च ते हस्तैषवः पराता भगवो वप याश्च ते हस्तैषवः पराता भगवो वप अवतत्यदनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते अवतत्यदनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विद्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागम् उत विद्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागम् उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीढुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः या ते हेतिर्मीढुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वदः परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वदः अथो य इषुदिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् अथो य इषुदिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् शम्भवे नमः शम्भवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः. Yes, Mahashivaratri day, an auspicious beginning of learning of Rudram. And time is spent auspiciously. Again, Om Nata Shri Rudra Prashnaha Laghunyasaha Om Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya Om Adhatmanagam Shivatmanagam Shri Rudra Rupam Dhyayet Shuddha Spatika Sankasham Trinetram Panchavaktakam Gangadharam Dashabhujam Sarvabharanabhushitam Neelagrivam Shashankam Nagayajnopavitinam व्याघ्रचर्मोत्तरीयं च वरेण्यमभयप्रदं कमण्डलवक्षसूत्राणां धारिणं शूलपाणिनं ज्वलन्तं पिङ्गलजटाशिखामुद्योतधारिणं वृषस्कन्धसमारूढम् उमादेहार्धधारिणम् अमृतेनाप्लुतं शान्तं दिव्यभोगसमन्वितं दिग्देवतासमायुक्तं सुरासुरनमस्कृतं नित्यं च शाश्वतं शुद्धं ध्रुवमक्षरमव्ययम् सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं रुद्रं वै विश्वरूपिणम् एवं ध्यात्वा द्विजः सम्यक् ततो यजनमारभेत् अथातो रुद्रस्नानार्चनाभिषेकविधिं व्याख्यास्यामः आदित एव तीर्थे स्नात्वा उदेत्य शुचिप्रयतो ब्रह्मचारी शुक्लवासा देवाभिमुखस्थित्वा आत्मनि देवताः स्थापयेत् प्रजनने ब्रह्मा तिष्ठतु पादयोर्विष्णुस्तिष्ठतु हस्तयोर्हरस्तिष्ठतु बाह्वोरिन्द्रस्तिष्ठतु जठरेऽग्निस्तिष्ठतु हृदये शिवस्तिष्ठतु कण्ठे वसवस्तिष्ठन्तु वक्त्रे सरस्वती तिष्ठतु नासिकयोर्वायुस्तिष्ठतु नयनयोश्चन्द्रादित्यौ तिष्ठेतां कर्णयोरश्विनौ तिष्ठेतां ललाटे रुद्रास्तिष्ठन्तु मूर्ध्न्यादित्यास्तिष्ठन्तु शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतु शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतु पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतु पुरतः शूली तिष्ठतु पार्श्वयोः शिवाशङ्करौ तिष्ठेतां सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतु ततो बहिः सर्वतोऽग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतु सर्वेष्वङ्गेषु सर्वा देवता यथा स्थानं तिष्ठन्तु मां रक्षन्तु अग्निर्मे वाचिश्रितः वाग्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि वायुर्मे प्राणे श्रितः प्राणो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि सूर्यो मे चक्षुषि श्रितः चक्षुर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि चन्द्रमा मे मनसि श्रितः मनो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि दिशो मे श्रोत्रे श्रिताः श्रोत्रगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आपो मे रेतसि श्रिताः रेतो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पृथिवी मे शरीरे श्रिताः शरीरगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ओषधि वनस्पतयो मे लोमसु श्रिताः लोमानि हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि इन्द्रो मे बले श्रितः बलगं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पर्जन्यो मे मूर्ध्नि श्रितः मूर्धा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ईशानो मे मन्यौ श्रितः मन्युर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आत्मा म आत्मनि श्रितः आत्मा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पुनर्म आत्मा पुनरायुरागात् पुनः प्राणः पुनराकूतमागात् वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्वावृधानः अन्तस्तिष्ठत्वमृतस्य गोपाः अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्याय प्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अघोर ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः सङ्कर्षणमूर्तिस्वरूपो योऽसावादित्यः परमपुरुषः स एष रुद्रो देवता नमः शिवायेति बीजं शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकं श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवप्रसादसिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः ॐ अग्निहोत्रात्मने अङ्गुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वक्रत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखाय युवषट् निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचाय हुम् ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय वौषट् सर्वक्रत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट् भूर्भुवस्वरोमिति दिग्बन्धः ध्यानम् आपातालनमस्तलान्तभुवनब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिङ्गमौळिविलसत् पूर्णेन्दुवान्तामृतैः हस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशं रुद्रानुवाकान् जपन् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदं विप्रोऽभिषिञ्चेत् शिवम् ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहाभसितहिमरुचा भासमाना भुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाः कपर्दा कलितशशिकलाश्चण्ड कोदण्डहस्ताः त्र्यक्षा रुद्राक्षमालाः प्रकटितविभवा शाम्भवा मूर्तिभेदा रुद्राः श्रीरुद्रसूक्तप्रकटितविभवान् प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ महागणपतये नमः शान्तिपाठः ॐ शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियञ्च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रञ्च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणञ्च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वञ्च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रञ्च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरञ्च मे लयश्च मरुतञ्च मे अमृतञ्च मे अयक्ष्मं च मे अनामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे अनमित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ श्रीरुद्रप्रश्नः नमकप्रश्नः ॐ ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतो तैषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः। या तैषुः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः। शिवा शरव्या या तव तया नो रुद्रमृडय। या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी। तया नस्तनुवाशन्तमया गिरिशन्ता विचाकशैः। यामिषं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे। शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहिगंसीः पुरुषं जगत्। शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि। यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मकं सुमना असत्। अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक्। अहीगश्च सर्वाञ्जम्भयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः। असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुणौत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः। ये चेमागं रुद्रा अवितो दिक्षु श्रिता सहस्रशो वैशाखं हेड ईमहे। असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः। उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः। उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि स दृष्टो मृडयाति नः। नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीडुषे। अतो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः। प्रमुञ्चदन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्त्नियोर्ज्यां। याश्च ते हस्तैषवः पराता भगवो वप। अवतत्यदनुस्त्वगं सहस्राक्षशते सुधे। निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव। विद्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागम् उत। अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः। या ते हेतिर्मीढुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः। तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज। नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातताय धृष्णवे। उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तपदन्वने। परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः। अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितं। शम्भवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय। त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। The remaining Rudram Shamakam at least once today. Please chant at home. Today being Maha Shivaratri. Wonderful friends. After doing our Veda Parayanam, now let us do our second topic of Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharana. Yes, today Mahashivaratri, we will be chanting Bhagavan Shiva's all the 6 Gayatri mantras, each one 11 times. That is our chanting and meaning. You all know Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat. We know the Lord Parameshwara, Parabrahma and Vishwaloka Kalyana Karaka. Dhimahi Shodashopachara Purvaka, Rudra Namaka Chamaka Purvaka, Mahanyasa Purvaka, Ekadashavara Rudravisheka Yukta, Stotradi Parayana Yukta, Japa Yukta, Dhyanam, all in the mind. Then Dhimahi and Prachodayat, we all know what we have to ask Lord Shiva for. Nothing lesser than Shivanubhuti, Brahmanubhuti. So, this being done every day, so I don't think I need to explain. Only one by one mantra I'll tell you. First mantra is this. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudraha Prachodayat. Right? Start. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudraha Prachodayat. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudraha Prachodayat. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudraha Prachodayat. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudrah Prachodayat. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudrah Prachodayat. ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। 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 Second mantra is Om Shivottamaya Vidmahe Mahottamaya Dhimahi Tannah Shivaha Prachodayat. Shivottamaya Mahottamaya Shivaha. Om Shivottamaya Vidmahe Mahottamaya Dhimahi Tannah Shivah Prachodayat. Om Shivottamaya Vidmahe Mahottamaya Dhimahi तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शिवोत्तमाय विद्महे महोत्तमाय धीमहि 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 तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्. Shivottama means the most auspicious. Mahottama is greater than greatest. Om Shivottamaya Vidmahe Mahottamaya Dhimahi Tannah Shivah Prachodayat. Om Shivottamaya Vidmahe Mahottamaya Dhimahi Tannah Shivah Prachodayat. Om Shivottamaya Vidmahe महोत्तमाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शिवोत्तमाय विद्महे महोत्तमाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शिवोत्तमाय विद्महे महोत्तमाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्. Now is third one. सदाशिवाय विद्महे जटाधराय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्. सदाशिवाय जटाधराय रुद्रः। ॐ सदाशिवाय विद्महे जटाधराय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ सदाशिवाय विद्महे जटाधराय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्. Next one is पंचवक्त्राय अतिशुद्धाय रुद्रः. पंचवक्त्राय विद्महे अतिशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्. ओके. ओम पंचवक्त्राय विद्महे अतिशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्. 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 ॐ पञ्चवक्त्राय विद्महे अतिशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ पञ्चवक्त्राय विद्महे अतिशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्. Remember all the Shiva Mandiras, Jyotirlingas, whatever you have had darshan, along with the Lord Shiva in your own puja room while chanting this. Next one is Gauri Nathaya Vidmahe Sadashivaya Dhimahi Tannaha Shivaha Prachodayat. So Gauri Nathaya Sadashivaya. ॐ गौरीनाथाय विद्महे सदाशिवाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ गौरीनाथाय विद्महे सदाशिवाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्. The last one. ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्. तन्महेशाय वाग्विशुद्धाय. ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ श्री सांब सदाशिवाय नमः. परमेश्वराय नमः. महेश्वराय नमः. सर्वेश्वराय नमः. जगदीश्वराय नमः. ॐ सौराष्ट्रे सोमनाथं च श्रीशैले मल्लिकार्जुनम् उज्जयिन्यां महाकालं ओङ्कारममलेश्वरं परल्यां वैद्यनाथं च डाकिन्यां भीमशङ्करं सेतुबन्धे तु रामेशं नागेशं दारुकावने वाराणस्यां तु विश्वेशं त्र्यम्बकं गौतमीतटे हिमालये तु केदारं भुष्मेशं तु शिवालये एतानि ज्योतिर्लिङ्गानि सायं प्रातः पठेन्नरः सप्तजन्म कृतं पापं स्मरणेन विनश्यति. So you have remembered the 12 Jyotirlingas also. Om Namah Shivaya. Very good. So two things are done, Veda Parayanam and Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharanam. In today's common sense thought, also we'll remember Bhagavan Shiva only. Today's Mahashivaratri, Divya Parva, celebrated by the Sanatana Dharmins all over the world. So wonderful divine vibrations that are there entire world today. Not only Bhuloka, even the Devaloka, Svargaloka also. The Shiva Smarana, Shiva Upasana, Shiva Pujas, Shiva Dhyanas, Shiva Arpanas are done today. Shivaratri significance, symbolism, celebration is for these four reasons, four stories they tell. All the four. Krishna, Vasudeva, Narayana. So one is said to be the most common one, important one, that today is the day where Bhagavan Shiva appeared in the Linga Rupa. So Lingodbhava Samaya is Shivaratri. So in the Linga Rupa he appeared in front of Brahma and Vishnu when they were themselves discussing about who is great among them. Then in between them this Shivalinga appeared. Then they asked, who among us are great? Then Bhagavan Shiva said, whoever will see my Adi and Anta first among you, okay, they will be greater. They will be great. They are greater than the other one. So immediately Brahmadeva takes Hamsarupa and goes up to see the end of that Shivalinga. Bhagavan Vishnu takes the Varaha Rupa and goes into the earth to see it's the end. They go. Jitne bhi dur jaye, that Shivalinga is endless both up and below. So then both of them return and accept that neither of us are great, you are greater than us. So for the Shiva Bhaktas, this is how the Linga Rupena Shiva appeared and gave an opportunity for Upasana. Limgam. Limgam is a technical word. Lim means liyate. Gam means gamyate. Asmin sacharacharam iti lingam. Means all the charachara from where it has come and into which it goes. That Parabrahman only is Shivalinga. There is no doubt. Right? And from the sadhana standpoint, Shivalinga, today's Abhisheka is done. Any number of liquids that are offered, Abhisheka, nothing remains. All falls down only. Only to say that on the Parabrahma, whatever is Kalpita, nothing remains permanent. Yesterday we saw in our Mandukya class, Samvrutya jayate sarvam shashrutam tena nasti vai sadbhavena hi ajam sarvam uchchedastena nasti vai. That is this. So today Shivalinga Puja Abhisheka Archana Ityadi is so auspicious that Shiva specially available today for grace and blessings, and the whole universe is celebrating. Therefore, everywhere Shiva Tattva is there. With less effort, we will be able to invoke his Krupa. And believing our Rishis, Munis, and our Puranas, receiving their guidance, we do the worship. And Shiva Krupa in all the ways happens. Our Dukkha Nivarana, our Dhanadi Sukha Prapti, our Antakarana Shuddhi, our Shiva Darshanam, Saguna Sakara Rupena, and also the Parabrahma Rupa Shivanubhuti. All of them will come. Be clear. Today is the day where we have to strengthen our knowledge of this type, this one, this true knowledge we have to strengthen. So today is called as the Lingodbhava Dina. Right? Again, today is said to be the day where Bhagavan Shiva has done the Tandava, the Pralaya Tandava he has done, Shivaratri day. Through that Tandava, he has made the Laya of the whole universe, which is created by Brahma, maintained by Vishnu Bhagavan. And unless the Laya is there is no meaning for Srushti and Sthiti. Srushti and Sthiti are meaningful because of Laya. Isn't it? Therefore, the Layakaraka Shiva through Tandava Hela and Tandava Leela makes the Srishti Laya. And for you and I, who are in the Nivrutti Marga of detaching and withdrawing from everything and realizing the ultimate substratum, the Tandava Rupa Shiva Smarana Upasana, asking him to do the Laya of all the Dvaita, Dvandva, Ajnana, Maya, so that the Adhisthana Brahma is experienced. We can worship him and pray to him today. Shivatandava Leela. Today is the day he did the Shivatandava. Third one is what we have seen in Dhyatma Ramayana, even in Tulsi Ramayana in more exhaustive details. Today is said to be the Shiva Parvati Vivaha Dinotsav. Shiva Parvati Kalyanam. Parvati. Sati Dakshayani, when she immolated herself in the Dakshayagnya, again she is born to Himavan and Maina, and then she was told by the Saptarishis, do tapasya to get again Lord Shiva as husband. So she does such a great tapasya that slowly she does upavasam. Even the pattavi she leaves to eat. She doesn't eat. That's how she's called aparna. Parna bhi nahi khaya. So she was eating food and slowly came to the water, then the patta, even that she left. Lord Shiva is pleased, then again he accepts her, and then in Tulsi Ramayanam, the great description of Bhagavan Shiva Bharat, excellent it is. Then that's how Shiva Parvati Kalyana Mahotsava. So the integration between the consciousness and the Prakriti in celebrating called as the world, the creation. In us also, the Prakriti should express the Purusha through it, and the Purusha should bless and make use of Prakriti for his expression. That integration is called as Shivaratri today. So the third story of Shiva, Parvati, Kalyanam. And the last but not the least today is that Bhagavan Shiva on this auspicious day has done the bhakshanam of the Kalakuta Visha, the halahala, which has emerged out of the churning of the Milky Ocean by the Devatas and the Rakshasas. And this is another beautiful Leela. In our life also, when we are doing the churning of Atma and Atma Ityadi, all the tiredness, exhaustion, fatigueness, because of inability to leave the Anatma and because of the inability to hold the Atma. That poisonous disinterest, the poisonous frustration, misery, depression, that the result has not come or we are not able to continue this sadhana. So Visha Saman hai na? Ki if it is consumed, the sadhaka in us dies. The one who is doing the churning of the Atma and Anatma to bring out the Amrita of Aham Brahmasmi, that great sadhaka will die. Therefore, today we pray to Lord Shiva to come and take away all these hala hala from us, which is continuously popping up during our this struggle to realize the self. Isn't it? The physical tiredness, the mental fatigues, the intellectual tiredness, and then the interest goes away, the prarabdhas are behind us, the people are there to demoralize. The subject itself is so subtle that from 5 years we are studying Upanishad only to know one thing, that nothing is understood. This all will demoralize us, may take us away from the path. That's called halahalam, kalakuta visham for a sadhaka, because it kills him. When we pray on today, Bhagavan Shiva, he will come and take away that and give us all the power to continue our pursuit of Brahma Chintana, and the result of Amrita Prapti of Brahmanubhuti by Shiva Anugraha we will get it. Especially in this Kshirasagara Mathana, yes, Bhagavan Vishnu has come in 7 avatars and made that thing become successful. The churning of ocean. What are the 7 avatars he came as? The Kurma avatara to support Mandarachala. Then he himself entered into Mandarachala so that it is not broken. Then he entered into Vasuki so that it is not dying. He entered into Devatas. He entered into Rakshasas so that they are not totally tired. Then he was up above putting the hand so that the Mandarachala doesn't fly in the sky because of churning. 5th avatara. The 6th one, he himself came as Dhanvantari with Amruta. The 7th, he only came as Mohini avatara. Again to give that Amrita to the deserving Devatas. Yes, yet all that was possible only after the dissolution of the poison. Therefore, the due credit must be given to Lord Shiva also. Otherwise, that churning would have not continued at all. Shiva hala hala bhakshana. Today is that day. And he keeps that garadam in the gala. Inside also Saptalokas, they will be burnt if it is consumed. Outside also Saptalokas. If it is sent out, outer lokas will be burnt. See, the power of Shiva to have that Kalakuta, which nobody could even look at it, in his kantha, and now it has become abharana to him, Nilakantha. See that. In this way, the Bhagavan Shiva's Ananta Karuna Kripa and Ananta Shakti should be imagined, should be understood, followed by our surrender to Him, expressed in the form of all upasanas and prayers, waiting for His grace to come in the form of Tattva Jnana and Moksha. Then the Ratri also becomes a Shiva. Otherwise, the Ratri is Tamoguna, Ratri is Nidratmaka, Ratri is Avidya Yukta, Ratri is the Hetu for all samsara. But if that Ratri, if you do the Jagaranam and do the Shiva Upasana from our life, the Ratri, the darkness, the ignorance is removed and Shiva Anubhuti is given. That's why today's day, old days Upasana and Upavasa, old days Upavasa and old days Upasana, and night also Jagarana, and throughout Shiva Smarana is done. जन्म में एक बार भी ये शिवरात्रि का व्रत करो तो जन्म धन्य है जैसे 24 hours fasting and 24 hours Shiva upasana and no nidra jagrat. करो आज कर सके तो, isn't it? Prepare well mentally, isn't it? करके then one can even do it. है ना? From morning 6 a.m. of today till tomorrow morning 6 a.m. पूरा उपवास भी उपासना भी भगवत स्मरण. नॉट एट ऑल डिफिकल्ट. अभी एक जगह बैठकर ध्यान करते रहो, स्तोत्र पढ़ते रहो मनी मन, जस्ट लाइक दैट टाइम चला जाएगा. एंड देयर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ स्टोरीज रिगार्डिंग शिवानुग्रह, शिव कृपा इन शिव पुराणास, शिवरात्रि महिमा, शिव भक्ति महिमा, शिव भक्त महिमा, शिव कृपा महिमा, all of them. So today is the day. By reading, listening to them more and more, by invoking Shiva Anugraha, we can become one with the Shiva Tattva and get out of our Ashiva Jiva Devahadi Tadatmya Samsara. So, wishes and prayers for all of us for the Maha Shivaratri Divya Dhanya day today, for all of us and for the entire universe of all beings be discovering Shiva Anugraha, Shiva Tattva. May Lord Shiva bless all the Charachar. May every one of them discover Shiva Tattva. May Shiva Kripa bless the Sanatana Dharma, Vaidika Hindava Samskriti, Shastra Veda Parampara, so that all of them tuned to through the Shastra to the Shiva Tattva. And there are thousands of bhajana, kirtana, namavalli, ashtotras, stotras. You can go on spending whole day. Right? Om Namah Shivaya. Om ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलवासितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं देवमुनिप्रवरार्चितलिङ्गं कामदहनकरुणाकरलिङ्गं रावणदर्पविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं सर्वसुगन्धिसुलेपितलिङ्गं बुद्धिविवर्धनकारणलिङ्गं सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गं फणिपतिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गं दक्षसुयज्ञविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं कुङ्कुमचन्दनलेपितलिङ्गं पङ्कजहारसुशोभितलिङ्गं सञ्चितपापविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं देवगणार्चितसेवितलिङ्गं भावैर्भक्तिभिरेव च लिङ्गं दिनकरकोटिप्रभाकरलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् अष्टदलोपरिवेष्टितलिङ्गं सर्वसमुद्भवकारणलिङ्गम् अष्टदरिद्रविनाशनलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं सुरगुरुसुरवरपूजितलिङ्गं सुरवनपुष्पसदार्चितलिङ्गं परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं लिङ्गाष्टकमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते. Areva, I remembered. I didn't know. Whole Lingastakam we chanted. शिवाय परमेश्वराय जगदीश्वराय नमो भवाय गुणसंभवाय शिवताण्डवाय नमो शिवाय परमेश्वराय चन्द्रशेखराय नमो भवाय गुणसंभवाय शिवताण्डवाय नमो भवाय गुणसंभवाय शिवतांडवाय नमो. ओम नमः शिवाय मंत्र बारंबार बोलो. ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 ओम नमः शिवाय. ओम नमो भगवते रुद्राय. 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 So we have done Vaidika Stuti of Bhagavan Shiva. We have done the Manasika Upasana of Bhagavan Shiva. We have done the Purana Katha of Bhagavan Shiva today by going through that Kshirasagara Matana, Hala Hala, Bhakshana Leela. We have done the Stotra of Bhagavan Shiva. We have done the Kirtana of Bhagavan Shiva. We have done also the japa and we have done the Gayatri mantras. We have done the prarthana. Hey Bhagavan Shiva, Brahmatmaikya Modham Dehi. So our Shivaratri is done. Began, not done. Let it be continued throughout the day. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्नसमूलनिर्मूलपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्माद् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः श्री आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ पारायणम् अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः We have to begin fourth chapter chanting three mantras. Om य एको अवर्णो बहुधा शक्तियोगात् वर्णाननेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति विचैति चान्ते विश्वमादौ स देवः स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तो तदेवाग्निस्तदादित्यः तद्वायुस्तदुचन्द्रमाः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदापस्तत्प्रजापतिः त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसि त्वं कुमार उत वा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसि त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः. Yes, in our Adhyanam, the 15th mantra, we are seeing with Bhashyam in the last sixth chapter, Shwethashwathara Upanishad. एको हंसो भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वातिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. See this? Our intellect is supposed to contemplate on this mantra, but it is contemplating something else. Our chitta should have the memory of this mantra, but the chitta has some other memory. Our mana should have the bhavana and feeling for the meaning of this mantra, but mind is caught up in its routine emotions with the world. Isn't it? Our aham should realize its oneness with the Brahman as a result of the understanding of this sloka. But our aham is busy with its tadatma with the upadhis and running into the world to embrace and get kicked. Knowing this is what's the mistake happening, we have to rectify. Rectification is that's what is said, the opposite of it. Let the chitta remember this mantra all the time. Let the mana have the bhavana bhakti for this sloka. Let the buddhi do the vicharana contemplation. Let the I merge in it. The I should say, I am not the Indra Pranamana Buddhi, I am that Brahman. That's what is the thing which we have to understand, get convinced, keep on doing till it happens. Upanishad's expectation is this. Upanishad's guidance is for this. We have to study Upanishad for this conviction. And once for all, why we have to pursue the Brahma Vidya? Million times said. Again it is said here. Tam eva viditva mrityu matyeti. The one way of explaining this mantra which we have not tried is what? To a being human or any, whatever the riches, wealth, whatever the powers, positions he has got, and whatever the amount of respect he gets from the world because of them, and how much ever happiness he goes through all of that. But the fact or the thought of mrityu when it comes, all that high level of happiness which he had because of his positions and possessions, all of them become quietened. The mrityu bhaya, mrityu dukkha overpowers. Therefore, if we are intellectual, if we are little unbiased, we can think and understand and accept the fact that crossing the mrityu and mrityu bhaya, transcending mrityu and mrityu bhaya, is any day greater than achieving anything else. So, greater than achieving Brahma Pada is to achieve the Amrutattva. Once we talk about Brahma Pada, all of them are included. Greater than achieving any Sambrajya Pada, any of the Dhana Adi Pada, achieving Amrutattva is greater. That's the meaning of here Mrityu Matyet. So, the other, what you call, the indicator meaning what? Kuch bhi pao tum, ek din maroge hi. So, in that way, Upanishad is hinting. Anything you may get, but you yourself will not be permanent. And I made a house, but I'm not going to be there permanently. I bought a car, but मैं खुद ही मरने वाला हूँ. I married, I got children. I'll be dying. Isn't it? So greatest achievement is Amrita Pada Prapti. Amrutatva is achieved. Samtameva viditva. Mrityu matyeti. Transcends Mrityu means becomes Amrita. So our only goal, sole goal on Shivaratri day, we have to tell to ourselves is pursue the path of the inner Amrita Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. Thank God we are continuous in our Upanishadic study, which is strengthening this knowledge in us, this conviction in us, this Shubhecha in us. This should continue till that Shubha Icha is translated into the Shubha Sadhana of pursuing the self, leading to the Phala, Shubha Phala of Amrita Swarupa Atma Prapti. While doing so, neither any of the inner tendencies, weaknesses, etc., should deter us from the path, nor our seeing the world and comparing with the world should take us away from the path. Only one thought: if you are pursuing Brahman, you are doing the highest and greatest and noblest and divine most job. There is nobody greater than you. If somebody is there, he can be equivalent to you if he also is pursuing the Brahma Tattva. Keep this thought very strong. Then only we will not deter from the path by comparing with others that they are enjoying money, they are enjoying the objects, they are enjoying the name and fame, they are enjoying the publicity, prosperity. You see that, you are imagining that. Inside, how much that fellow is suffering. Do you happy with whatever you have? No, nobody will be happy with whatever they have. Everybody will be happy with whatever they are. And they are Brahman. Only realizing Brahman, there is happiness to you or to that fellow. And as you are thinking about that fellow and saying this and that, he is also thinking about you and saying, यार मैं इतने चीजों में फंसा हूँ. See that fellow, how lucky. Early morning, every day he goes and listens to Brahma Vidya. काश वो दिन मौका मुझे भी मिल जाए. He is praying for you, praying for himself, looking at you. So you look at the neighbor in the Benz car and pray that you want to go in that. And the neighbor is looking at you and saying, let me attend Shwethashwathara Upanishad. So tameva viditva ati mrityumeti. And anya pantha vidyate ayanaya mokshaya. There's no other path for moksha. This is the only path of knowing the self. Any other path is not only is not the giver of moksha, but it only strengthens our bandhana more and more. This is what I have to tell again and again, day in and day out, day in and day out, till the heart is fully convinced to stop every pursuit and pursue only Paramatma. That's called Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharam Sarvadharman means Sarvadharman, Sarvarthan, Sarvakaman. Then Dharmartha Kama Sambandhi Sarvakarman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. I am the one without second Brahman. Just Sharanam Vraja means pursue that path, reach that goal, and establish in it. Then only Sarva Papebhya Mokshishyami. That Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti will free us from all the papa of the avidya, etc. Mashuchaha, then only the dukkha, shoka will end. This shloka is so important that way. No, who is that Lord or how to recognize him? The indicative definitions are given. We are all experts by now. So when Upanishad we saw the indicative definitions and how to contemplate on them, how to do vicharana on them, and how through the Anvaya and Vyatireka Paddhati, through the Vyatireka, the Upadhi and Upadhi Tadhyatmyas we reject, through Anvaya we identify with the Satchid Vastu. अब ये 100 बार 1000 बार देख चुके हैं सुन चुके हम you all are experts in doing that also. Right now the shloka is Ekoham saha bhuvanasya madhye sa evagnihi salile sannivishtaha. These two lines mainly you have to understand. The other two explained. We started from third, fourth because that is the goal. Many a time when the goal is told in advance, there will be inspiration to listen and follow the means. So tameva vitva timurtimeti nanyapantayana vidyatayanaya. Both of them said only by knowing the self there is moksha, no other way. Now, to have that moksha, we have to know the self. What is the self? What is the reality? What is the Brahman? What is the Atman? What is the substratum? See, in every of the shloka, last 5, 6, the indicative definitions were given. Same is happening in the shloka also. He is Ekaha, he is Hamsaha, he is Bonasya Madhye, he is Agnihi, he is Salile Sannivishtaha. Using all these 5 words and their meaning, contemplate karte hue, realize that self inside, then there is no bandha, janma maranadi bandhana. So ekaha we have seen Parama Atma. So in that Parama Atma, the Panchakoshas are anatmas, and that Parama Atma is illuminating them, empowering them, yet other than them and substratum of them. And he is realized as me when I disown, reject these Panchakoshas. That is ekaha meaning Paramatma, meaning what is the sadhana to be done. Second one is Hamsaha. What is Hamsaha here? Hanti avidya adi bandha karanam iti Hamsaha. So Hamsaha, what is that? Hanti avidya adi bandha karanam. The Hamsa ka artha hai, he is the one who destroys avidya adi bandha karanam. Isn't it? So avidya adi means avidya kama karma. This is the whole bandhanam. Right? So the vidya of the Paramatma removes the avidya. When the avidya gone away, kamana will go away. When the kamana goes away, the karma goes away. Now this avidya kama karma granthi one side, vidya to remove this granthi and bandhana other side should be so thoroughly, completely understood and digested by us. And know that we should complementing both, should do both the sadhanas. The sadhanas are what? This side, the karma tyag karo, then kamana tyag karo, and know that there is avidya, you have to come out of it. This side, this we have to do, and this side, continuously the Brahma Vidya is pursued. And always the Brahma Vidya is 2 types. One is theoretical listening from the Guru through the Upanishads and doing Mananam Chintanam, by which the intellectual complete conviction happens both about the presence of Brahman with this being the Brahman nature. That's one aspect of Siddhanta Jnana, Brahma Vidya. Second is what? Realizing that Brahman within us. So, in this way, by pursuing the Vidya, we have to eliminate the avidya and ensure when the avidya has gone away, there is no kamana, there is no karma. And only when there are karma done by me as a karta, being a jiva, out of my ignorance, that I am bound to get the karma phala, for which I have to get the transmigration of Janma Marana into Ananta Lokas, Ananta Shariras. And Ananta incidences, situations happening in every Sharira, giving me Ananta Karma phala of the Sukha Dukkha. And you saw the Lalita's earlier lives, and you just open the eyes and look into the world. Every jiva whom you see, Manushya, Pashu, Pakshi, Vanaspati, all are experiencing the phala of their karma endlessly. And while going through that, another side, again out of their ignorance as jiva and shariradi, they are continuously doing karma. And that all karmas done are becoming cause for their further karma phala. Pura dunya wahi hai. Then look into my own self. Right now I am going through the karma phala. I did karma because I had kamana, because I was having avidya. And that's because the vidya of the self was not with me. So looking at the world, looking at our own self, the avidya and kama and karma binds us to the janma mrityu. And knowing that to come out of that, we have to have the vidya of the Atman. These two ways the vidya should be gained. In the class, first type of vidya we are learning the Siddhanta Jnana. Taking that in your own privacy, in your own seclusion, go on contemplating through various given techniques and realize that self. Thus, the Vidya happens. Vidya happens means to be known is known. And what is to be known? There is only one Brahman and that is me. And here is knowing is experience, knowing and experience is being. Or knowing is being, being is experiencing. That is the meaning of Hamsaha, Hanti, Avidya, Adi, Bandha, Karanam. When you know him, there's no more avidya, kama, karma, bandhana. That's why avidyadi bandha karanam hanti. He's called as Hamsaha. And the same one, today Shivaratri, the Parabrahman, for facilitating us, the Purana Kartas and the Rishimunis gave the form and Rupa and Nam to that Lord, called him as Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Shiva, Krishna, Narayana, etc. They also become the in between source of help to us that when we worship them, ask them to remove the vidya, gives vidya. These Shaktis, these expression of the divinity, for work for us. That also meaning of avidyadi dosham hanti. Because Bhagavan just now said no, Gita में हमने अभी refer किया कि अहम त्वा सर्व पापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि. Remember, in Brahman, there is no Ishvara, there is no Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, there is no creation existing and required. But we are somehow now in the created creation as a limited jiva suffering. So, for our sake, in the Brahman, the Ishvara is projected. And that projected Ishvara will definitely help us in realizing the self. At the time of realization of self, as much me, the Jiva, and the Jagat are unreal, so too the Ishvara. What is real is only Brahman. Unreal means not discarding, not rejecting. Only one reality being one, all reality being one without second, all else has to be unreal. अनरियल का अर्थ तो मतलब उसको डिस्कार्ड करो, इंसल्ट करो, रिजेक्ट करो, ह्यूमिलिएट, ऐसा नहीं है. Like the Guru, the Satsanga Shastra, from the absolute Brahman standpoint, unreal only. But how much respect and reverence we have to all of them to realize the real reality. Be careful about the expressions and explanations and listenings and understandings. Don't get the wrong or misunderstandings. When I say Ishvara is unreal means from the absolute Brahman standpoint, because Brahman is without one without second, the Jiva Jagat Ishvara, all the three have to be unreal. But they are still real when we are at the Jiva level for our Adhyatmic sadhana. That's why you see, even in Upanishads like Kaivalya, Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum त्रिनोचनं नीलकण्ठं प्रशान्तं ध्यात्वा मुनिर्गच्छति भूतयोनिं समस्तसाक्षिं सदसद्विहीनम् उमासहायं परमेश्वरं प्रभुं त्रिलोचनं नीलकण्ठकं ध्यात्वा. Who is saying Sakshat Upanishad? So therefore, we should never have doubt regarding the Parabrahma, the Ishvara, and Ishvara's help for us to realize Brahman. To conclusively tell that in Brahman there is nothing other than him, we reject at the Brahma level all this. That's our ultimate goal. But a step even before that, reaching the goal, Ishvara is there, Guru is there, Shastra is there, we are there, and we are studying the Shastra by Ishvara Kripa from the Guru. And the Shastrokta Jnana, Shravana, Manana, Chintana, Nididhyasana we are doing. All of them are required. The result of all of them, when we become so Shuddha inside us, when we become so Sukshma inside us, that when we become, we can transcend all the Upadhi, when we are entering into Aham Brahmasmi, that time we look back and tell Ishvara and Jiva and Jagat, bye bye, I am going. They say, okay, go. Then you enter Aham Brahmasmi. Okay, Ekaha, Hamsaha, दो वर्ड एक्सप्लेन किए गए विथ भाष्य. थर्ड वन भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये. व्हाट इज दैट? कि भुवनस्य अस्य त्रैलोक्यस्य मध्ये, अस्य त्रैलोक्यस्य मध्ये भुवनस्य एकः हंसः. Now this is to be little more heard, contemplated. So त्रैलोक्यस्य भुवनस्य मध्ये, objectively the bhuvana of the three lokas is urdhalokas one set, adholokas other set, bhuloka the third. This is one way of seeing three lokas. Another way of seeing three lokas is bhuloka, antarikshaloka, swargaloka. Because a jiva has, with his karma and karma phala, traveling only in these three worlds. Okay. Bhuvanasya asya trilokyasya madhya. Subjectively, the three loka are the three planes of experience which we go through. These three planes are belonging to the chitta illuminated by consciousness. So, Jagrat mein I am Jagrat Purusha. So realistic, huh? So much we conduct in this world with an identity. And when you go to the Swapna Avastha, this is totally gone. Somebody else is there. Isn't it? That is a different loka. And जब घोड़े बेचकर सो जाते हैं, none of these two are there. So this triloka bhavana, Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti mein, there is only one Hamsaha, the Paramatma, playing the role of Vishwa with Jagrat, Tayesa with Swapna, and Prajna is called as through the Nidravastha. It is his play at the individual as well as total level with the Stula Sukshma Karana Shariras. Here as multiple Jivas, there as an Ishvara, only one is playing. With this knowledge strengthened, when we limit the differences only to Vyavahara level and are able to drop all those differences on the seat of meditation and are able to realize one without second self, we have understood Vedanta. We are practicing Vedanta. So, Bhuvanasya madhye ekaha hamsaha, trilokasya madhye. Okay, now the extension of this thought to conclude today is there. For the ruler, the ruled, and the other amenities that are there required, all of that is that one Ishvara only. तो राजा भी परमात्मा है, प्रजा भी परमात्मा है, राज्य भी परमात्मा है, उसमें रहने वाले हर चीज भी परमात्मा है. एको हमसः भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये. He only taking all those roles and playing. One अधिष्ठान. तो भुवनस्य अस्य त्रैलोक्यस्य मध्ये एकः न अन्यः कश्चित्. And he alone is there, nobody other than him. Kasmat. Why? Yasmat sa eva agnihi. And what is agnihi? We will see this little subtler thought tomorrow. Today's take home point is that one Shiva Tattva alone is playing the play of Jada, playing the play of Upadhis, playing the play of Chetana through them. How come one can play? That is was its Maya Shakti. Today we are going to see that only in our Mandukya Upanishad. है ना? समृत्या जायते सर्वम शाश्वतम तेन नास्ति वै सद्भावेन हि अजम सर्वम उच्चेतस्तेन नास्ति वै धर्माय इति जायन्ते जायन्ते ते न तत्वतः जन्म मायोपमं तेषाम सा च माया न विद्यते. That we are going to study. Tomorrow we will see in detail sa eva agnihi salya sannivishtaha. If this is done, this mantra is over. Like that, 7, 8 mantras more are there for us to conclude this great Upanishad, to take up greater Upanishad called as Chandogya. स्वामी जी आप हमको नहीं छोड़ोगे क्या? नहीं, हम मैंने आपको पकड़ा ही नहीं. मैं तो उपनिषद को पकड़ा, थ्रू उपनिषद तो ब्रह्म विद्या को पकड़ा. आपका हमेशा फ्रीडम है इस क्लास को, इस शास्त्र को, इस अध्ययन को पकड़े या पकड़ के रखे या छोड़ दे. फुल फ्रीडम. सो स्वामी जी आज शिवरात्रि के दिन क्या मैं डिसाइड कर लूं कि कल से सारे सत्संग वगैरह छोड़ दूं? मैं कौन हूं बोलने वाला? यू आर योर लाइफ, यू डिसाइड. विमृश्य एतदशेषेण यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु. It's your life. I am going to continue. Thank you. Let us study Gita for half an hour.